Good day and welcome to Innovation Spotlight on the FDR Upstream Director. I'm Pat Fitzsimmons, Innovation's Product Manager for Upstream, and together with Jim Stanfield, we will shine the spotlight on the Upstream Director. This session will be about 12 minutes and will feature a brief high-level overview of the Upstream Director graphical user interface and its feature set. It is not intended as a deep dive, and for that, please contact us to schedule a more in-depth session. What is Upstream? The Upstream Suite is a comprehensive business resiliency solution that provides data protection and business continuance for servers and databases everywhere in the enterprise. FDR Upstream provides a flexible and scalable solution for securing anything from a single file server to the largest corporate data servers. It's a dual-component system offering high performance, reliability, and automation. It integrates with existing ZOS tape management, job scheduling, and security systems. Upstream provides file-level backup, online hot database support, and system-level recovery. Upstream supports Windows clients, Unix, Linux, x86, and Linux on Z systems, as well as ZOS Unix, also known as USS clients. There are several ways to communicate with Upstream, and the interfaces used in the Upstream world are the graphical user interfaces, which are the Director and the Upstream web portal. On the mainframe side, from TSO, there's an ISPF interface, which provides interactive control and real-time monitoring, command line, as well as ZOS batch. The Upstream Director is a Windows-based graphical user management interface, and it allows the Upstream backup administrators to perform ad hoc backups and restores, run jobs, generate reports, review the Upstream logs, check the status of Upstream operations, perform inquiries to see what was backed up, and more. It provides a directory tree of backups and files within a backup. You can add or exclude files from a backup or restore, all without mounting any tapes. The Director might be thought of as a third tier, as it communicates with the clients whose data is being backed up and protected, and the storage service that is managing the backups and its media. It is not intended to be installed on every server being protected, as it is just the administrator's interface and tool. We're going to be using some terms that you may not be familiar with or may be new to you, so let me briefly explain just a few. Merge backup. This is what the industry refers to as a synthetic backup. Backup profile. This is the way in Upstream to identify a system being protected. So at this point, let me introduce Jim Stanfield to you to briefly explore Director.
Thanks, Pat. Let's take a look at the interface. The Director has a series of tabs which represent the actions to perform, a group of icons that are shortcuts to frequently accessed screens, and menu items. Starting with the tabs, let's take a look at Restore. To perform a restore, simply select the backup profile, choose the backup version and drill down, select the directory or files to restore, and set the target system. Optionally, you can specify an alternate location for the restored files. And finally, click the Start Restore button. At this point, additional windows will launch, displaying messages and statistics about the operation. Now, let's look at the Backup tab. Creating a backup is very simple. First, select the target system. Choose or type in the backup profile name. Select the backup type. Choose the storage type. And finally, choose the data you wish to back up. This can be the entire system, some databases, or just certain directories and files. When you're finished with your selection, simply click the Start Backup button. 2 additional windows will also launch, displaying messages and statistics for the backup. Additionally, you can save the backup job as a parameter file by clicking the Save or Save As button. And this allows you to load and execute this backup at any time in the future. Moving to the Profiles tab, we see 3 windows within this tab. Note all the windows in the director can be moved and resized, and these settings are persistent, allowing you to customize the size and placement of windows to suit your screen resolution. Back to Profiles. The Active Profile window shows all the backups on the Upstream storage server on a per-profile basis. As we highlight a given profile, the other windows are populated with information regarding the backups, including the type, size, and date of the backups. Clicking on the Definitions button brings up the Defined Profile dialog, where you can create new profile definitions or edit existing ones. Contact Upstream Technical Support or review the documentation for more detail regarding backup profiles and profile definitions. The next tab we'll look at is Host Reports. Here we see several report types and a wealth of filters which allow you to customize the reports to suit your needs. The report types include Backup, History, Host Log, and Tape History. After building your custom report, you can view the output in our own viewer or export it into Excel. You can also save the report criteria so you can easily load it in the future. And finally, let's look at the Run Job tab. Here, you can execute scripts that exist on the client system. This is typically used for pre- and post-backup processing. One example would be shutting down a database before performing a cold backup, and then starting it up again after the backup completes. Now, let's look at some of the icons. On the far left, we have the target system list. This window displays all the client systems that are registered in your Upstream environment. Among other things, it shows the IP address and port number, status of the Upstream daemon or service, version of the client, and operating system type. From this screen, you can retrieve the client logs, run performance tests, and inquire on the activity. Next, we have the DAT file icon. This lists parameter files you saved from prior backup, restore, or run jobs. From this screen, you can load and execute the saved jobs. The Messages icon displays messages from the client system you're currently connected to. And next, we have the Upstream Status icon. The status window shows all activity running on your Upstream system, regardless of how it was initiated. From this window, you can kill, pause, resume, and monitor jobs. The Profiles icon is a shortcut that brings you into the Profile tab and displays the profile definition screen, which we've already seen. And the next icon displays the Version View Options window. This is an advanced topic and is not in the scope of this tutorial. And finally, the last icon is the storage server list. For customers who have more than one Upstream storage server, this window allows you to toggle between systems. And finally, let's take a look at the menus. All of the windows we've looked at already by clicking on a tab or icon can be accessed through these menus. Items we did not look at yet include Options, where you can set preferences for your instance of the director. The Help menu, where you'll find useful tips and system information. And the Window menu. The Window menu will display all of the windows contained within the current tab. This is especially useful for new users of the director. And this concludes our overview of the director interface. Thank you for your attention. Pat?
Thanks, Jim, for that interesting introduction to director. Please review the innovation resources available for FDR Upstream. They are the FDR Upstream webpage, the Upstream Client User Manual, the Upstream ZOS User Manual, the Upstream Concepts and Facilities Guide. We offer a free, no obligation trial to test Upstream in your environment. Individual scheduled FDR Upstream web meetings where we can meet to discuss and go into detail about Upstream with your team. Review the FDR Upstream webinar. And please don't hesitate to reach out to your local innovation offices with any questions. Thanks to everyone for joining us today, and keep checking back for the next in a series of innovation spotlights. Next up is the Upstream web portal. Thank you and have a good day.